Yep, there's not a whole lot to talk about this game because it's against the Tennessee Titans, but that connection right now with Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba is special. I mean, shout out to Sam Darnold, who back-to-back years is MA is lighting it up with Justin Jefferson, who at that time I said within the first couple of games, it's easy to say after the fact, but within the first couple of games, I said best wide receiver quarterback duo is Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold. And people hated that. I said it by like week, I said it like in like week two or something. And so it was very early on. And so people were like, you're such a clown. How dare you say that? What are you talking about? Now I'm saying that the best wide receiver quarterback duo is Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold. I mean, this is special right now. This is something just different. 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, it's not even close at this point. I mean, George Pickens, who just had himself a day yesterday, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. But George, Jackson Smith and Jigba highest rated offensive rating on PFF 94. Puka is close up there with 93.5. Drake London 90.5. And it's just crazy because where's Justin Jefferson right now? I mean, where even is he? That's he's 18th right now. That's why you need a quarterback. You need a quarterback. This is special. He can absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, hit 2,000 yards. His connection with Sam is just, it's on pace to be legendary, like legitimately legendary. And it's go time here. The Seahawks have a tougher schedule than what the Rams have left. The Rams have a pretty easy schedule. Outside of the Seahawks, they're the hardest game for them, and you're the hardest. They're the hardest game for each other. You got the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, redemption for Sam. I'm telling you right now, that team, the Seahawks are going to want to rise to the occasion and dominate that game. They're going to want to be like, you should have never let me go. And listen, they treated Sam very well, but ultimately they did say, we're going in a different direction. So I can't wait for that game. Oh, I cannot wait for that game. And then you got the Atlanta Falcons. You got Kirk Cousins. You got, Sam Darnold, who was essentially replacing Kirk Cousins, right? He's like, I'm replacing you in Minnesota. We got a lot of these quarterback overlaps here. It's kind of interesting, but the Falcons are feisty. They're a little weird, but they're feisty. Again, now you got Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. The defense is pretty good. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And then against the Colts, the Rams, the Panthers and the 49ers, like these are tougher games. These are even like, technically the easiest team right now is the Falcons, and even they have the potential to be disruptive, especially at least defensively. And so the Colts have been good. Obviously, the Rams have been great. Obviously, the Panthers and the 49ers are I'm recording this, before their game, and I don't know, maybe one team gets exposed. We overuse that word too much, but like I don't know. They're both good enough. And listen, maybe the 49ers are already out of the playoffs by January 4th and they're just like, we're shutting everyone down, we don't care, whatever, whatever, whatever. Or maybe it's all coming down to that and they got to win this game and maybe they need a couple other teams to lose for them to get into the playoffs, right? One of those types of scenarios. Who really knows? So I don't know. Panthers will be fighting for the division unless they completely fall apart, but the Bucks are falling apart. So that's going to be a competitive game. The Rams, it matters. Obviously, Colts, they're competing for the division, their own division. So there's some tough games ahead. There's no real easy games where you're just like, oh man, Sam and Jackson Smith and Jake, man, they're going to feast right now. Oh, this is easy. He's breaking 2,000 yards. Let's go. First in the division, number one seed. Like, let's go. Like, it's tough, and these games are going to battle test you. That rematch against the Rams, to me, is everything. That is everything. Taking care of Daniel Jones and the Colts, that is also really a big deal. That is a big deal because it's like there's some question marks about the Colts right now, and technically there's some question marks about the Seahawks, and that's the game where you're like, Our question marks aren't real. You have question marks because it's, our question marks are there just because it's an unknown. Your question marks are there because you have actual question marks. And it's our job to kind of prove that and show that. And you're at home. So, and that's the thing, you're at home with the Vikings, on the road with the Falcons, at home with the Colts, at home with the Rams, um, and then on the road on the road. So yeah, we got some interesting games ahead of ourselves. Um, Again, there's really not a whole lot. I kind of skipped over the Titans game because the Seahawks are just way too good for that game against the Titans for that to mean anything. They're just they're legitimate contenders. They're legitimate top team. What you do against the Titans just doesn't mean anything. So, there's just not much to come back. But this Vikings game, I'm telling you all, this is juicy. I know the Seahawks fans aren't going to maybe feel as connected to this. Sam Darnold's your new guy. You know what's up with J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings. Not a whole lot, but if you've been watching these teams unfold right now, like for someone like in my place where I'm like I'm in between both these fan bases and I know both these teams very well. And I fought with the Minnesota Vikings fans of being like, stop downplaying Sam Darnold, stop downplaying Sam Darnold, stop downplaying Sam Darnold. Uh, you get to have a potentially really interesting moment of Sam Darnold taking on J.J. McCarthy. And I'm a supporter of J.J., and I feel kind of bad of what he could be walking into. This violent defense of the Seattle Seahawks. This just defense that are just like, we are just going to take everything you have. We're taking your lunch money. We're taking your clothing. We're taking your shoes. We're taking your books. We're taking your house. We're taking your dog. We're taking your cat. We're taking everything you've ever loved. Everything you've ever held dear to you. It is ours now. It is ours. And Sam Darn, he's going to light you up. Jackson Smith and Jigba, we're going to show you. Justin Jefferson, what it's like, what you could have had, what could have been. Jackson Smith and Jigba is living your life right now, sorry. Just the way it goes. That's the energy that the Seahawks are going to want to bring. I'm telling you right now, that's how these coaches rally their teams. Like they're going to that's how you keep them motivated week after week after week. It can't be just all about, hey, we just got to go 1-0 every week. Like that always sounds good, but like these guys need energy. They need motivation. They need to be rallied up. No matter how much they're excited they are, the season is long. Everyone's banged up, you're tired, you're exhausted. And that's why you consistently, and I'll talk about it more when it gets closer to it, but you consistently see teams rally behind their guy. The Seahawks did it, or the Rams did it when they, the Jared Goff and the Lions did it when they played the Rams. They did it with Cliff Kingsbury and the Commanders going up against the Cardinals. It happens every single year, every single season. It's always there. It's always right there. Oh, this game is juicy. I didn't even realize that was the game on Sunday. I'm so fired up for that game. I feel bad because I want to see JJ succeed. I really, really, truly do. I truly do. And the Minnesota Vikings fan base and the Seattle Seahawks fan base have been awesome. You guys are awesome. But it does feel like a Sam Darnold redemption game. It does feel that way. So, I am sorry, Minnesota Vikings fans, but they're going to want to prove that you made a mistake. And the coaching staff is going to lean into that to rally these troops, motivate them, get them fired up, get them excited after a, holiday weekendish type deal. It's going to be used. I'm for it. It's football, baby. I love it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jackson Smith and Jingba, Sam Darnold, and these Seattle Seahawks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.